My name is Alan Roberts. Thank you for tuning in. Please do share this video as well as all my videos. I appreciate it very much. Please subscribe, follow, notification bells, do all that stuff, okay? I normally don't make videos on Sundays. I'm getting ready to head to the beach. We're going to go to the gym first and head to the beach. But I just wanted to make this video real quick, as in the last 2 or 3 days, I've been sent many messages about very prominent members of the fat studies, fat activist, fat whatever, liberation community passing away. Kat Paws passed away the other night. I think she was 50. She's younger than me. And then another one, this lady passed away when she was 37. I understand that people die. It's unfortunate. I worked in healthcare for a long time. That's one of the reasons why through the last 2 years, I've just been trying to take a very reasonable response to this and saying people pass away. We should take a look at the generalized health of the population. However, when you're 400 or 500 pounds, your generalized health is very poor, and you should not expect to live a long time. You should not have great expectations of a long, healthy, happy life filled with mobility and grandchildren and dancing and hiking and seeing nature. You should not look forward to those things. If you would rather choose to glutton yourself to the point where you can barely move and you are at very high risk of dying at a very early age, as is factual, you should not set great expectations for your life. You don't have them. You can't possibly expect to believe, you don't actually believe it yourself, in my opinion, deep down, that you have great expectations for a long, happy, healthy life. You may be happy, but I don't know personally how people can be happy being imprisoned by their own obesity and their own disordered relationship with food, because that's what this is. The fat acceptance, fat pride, fat whatever movement is basically people trying to justify that there is nothing wrong with their relationship with food, that they just want to be able to do what they want to do and have society completely accept them. The normalization of obesity in our society is going to cause massive death. It's causing massive illness, massive death, massive burden on the healthcare system. I understand that for many of you, you do not like hearing these things. I understand why people get upset with me, because I put it very bluntly that gluttoning yourself to a state of morbid obesity is unhealthy for you. That upsets many people because they hear that and they have to realize it in their brain. They have to realize that is true. They know it. Not one person out there who is 350 fucking pounds can possibly say that they feel good and be believed. I don't believe it. I don't believe athletes that are that big feel good and can say it or would say it. We need to get to the fact that this type of acceptance is very akin to like alcoholism acceptance. If we would treat alcoholism the same way as we treat people that have a disordered relationship with food, that glutton themselves to massive weights, this would be like us just saying, look at that person, what a brave person for chugging that fifth of alcohol, while they very clearly are suffering the effects of alcoholism. We have to stop. This has to end. People are just going to keep dying at more and more higher rates. We are propagating this to our children now. Children have gotten fatter in the last 5 years than in like the last 30 or 40 combined. We have to grasp reality. The reality is that people eating themselves to 300, 400, 500 pounds is people also accepting the disease, the pain, the illness, the depression, the chronic visiting of and burdening of the healthcare system, both cost-wise and resource-wise. We need to accept these things and then do something about them. We absolutely need to start taking steps to watch what we eat, to just move a little bit more. Nobody wants you to have a six-pack. You don't need a bikini bod. You do, really, if you want to expect to have a happy and healthy life, you really do need to take care of the one body that has been given to you. You should put whole foods into it, not food-like products. You should try to move it, as we are a species that was evolved to move. We had to move to procure our food normally, and we don't have that anymore. And the issue is, instead of people taking steps to adjust to that type of thing, they just want to be able to be accepted and feel victimized by society for pointing out the fact that them gluttoning themselves and not moving their bodies enough to meet that increased energy intake, that they are in fact a burden to themselves and their families and their friends and society. We have to get past this. There's no glamour in dying under the age of 50 because you couldn't say no to ho-hos. There is no pride in dying at the age of 38 because you decided you were going to just try to be accepted for you instead of trying to work on yourself and instead of trying to do better for yourself and your family, your friends, and society. This needs to stop. I have said it for years, and I said that we would get to this point many years ago if we kept normalizing and accepting obesity as a just, perfectly fine, perfectly healthy type thing. If we kept lying to ourselves about this, that we would reach a stage where people were going to start politically correcting themselves to death. And that is what is starting to happen. We need to get there faster, people. We have a world to save. God damn.